The Justice Department's criminal investigation of Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has been dealt a significant setback. Now, a federal judge blocking a pair of grand jury subpoenas. In his ruling, Judge James Boasberg wrote that the government showed, quote, zero evidence to suspect Chair Powell of a crime. Now, Powell has been a frequent target of President Trump, a fact that played a role in the decision. CBS News White House correspondent Willie James Inman is traveling with the president in Florida. Willie James, good morning.
Kelly, good morning to you. The Department of Justice says it will appeal a federal judge's decision blocking part of a criminal probe focused on Fed Chair Jerome Powell's congressional testimony from last year.
On Friday, an unsealed ruling by federal Judge James Boasberg said the subpoenas sent to the Federal Reserve were designed as a pressure campaign against Fed Chair Jerome Powell. In his blistering decision, Judge Boasberg wrote, "There is abundant evidence that the subpoena's dominant, if not sole, purpose is to harass and pressure Powell, either to yield to the president or to resign and make way for a Fed chair who will." In his order, Boasberg pointed to at least 100 statements by President Trump or administration officials attacking Powell. The president has often sparred with Powell and has criticized the Fed chairman for not quickly slashing interest rates.
Too late. I call him Too Late Powell because he's always too late. She's like just a stupid person.
U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Jeanine Pirro, slammed the decision.
This judge has put himself at the entrance door to the grand jury, slamming that door shut, irrespective of the legal process, and thus preventing the grand jury from doing the work that it does.
In January, Powell said the Federal Reserve had received subpoenas threatening criminal indictment tied to his 2025 testimony before the Senate Banking Committee. Powell added the probe focused on his comments about a years-long renovation project of the Fed's headquarters.
The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president.
Powell's term ends in May, and President Trump has nominated Kevin Warsh to replace him. Warsh would have to be confirmed by the Senate.
In a statement, Republican and North Carolina Senator Thom Tillis, who sits on the Senate Banking Committee, said the ruling confirmed how weak and frivolous the investigation into Powell is, adding that an appeal would only delay the confirmation process for Kevin Warsh to replace Powell as Fed chair.
Willie James Inman, thank you so much.